Speaker, here's what the Prime Minister said in his speech on May 29, 2008 in London, England. Quote, "I should mention that while our plan will effectively establish a price on carbon of $65 a tonne, growing to that rate over the next decade, our government has opted not to apply carbon taxes." Mr. Speaker,
Order. Members are to hold off on their applause until the person making the question is finished answering it. Order. The honourable member for Halifax has the floor. We don't need any more interruptions.
it would be wise. Mr. Speaker, why does the Prime Minister want to put a tax on everything?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
The honourable member for highlighting the difference between our approach to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and their desire to put a carbon tax on everything. You know, the Green Shift of the Liberal Party only proposed $15 billion worth of carbon taxes. These guys want $20 billion worth of carbon taxes, something the economy cannot take, something Canadians will never accept.
For Halifax. Order. The honourable member for Halifax has the floor.
There seems to be some confusion among the Conservatives. The Prime Minister in the past has indicated his intention to set a price for carbon at $65 a tonne. Now, they've changed the story. But for the Conservatives, and I'm quoting, the carbon pricing is no more nor less than a carbon tax. Can the Conservatives explain why the Prime Minister said that a carbon price was not a carbon tax? The Right Honourable Prime Minister. Well, Mr. Speaker, in the quote that the member read, it's clear that the government was not going to impose a carbon tax. It's quite the opposite.
Yes. No plan ever proposed by this government has involved raising revenue and taking money from Canadian consumers. They have in their platform, right in black and white in their financial tables, a $20 billion hit on Canadian consumers and households, something this government will never do.
Order. The honourable member for Halifax.
They asked. It seems that the Conservatives are caught in a vicious cycle here because they're either claiming that the Prime Minister never gave a speech that you can find on the PMO website, or that a price on carbon is not a tax on carbon. Is there anyone over on that side who will stand up and defend the Prime Minister on his position that a carbon tax is not the same as a price on carbon?
This is really eating up a lot of time. These outbursts before the members finish putting the question are not helpful. The honourable member for Halifax still has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Will they defend the Prime Minister, or will they throw him under the bus?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
The member keeps leading with her chin. I'm prepared to keep going here. Mr. Speaker, this government, the Minister of the Environment, has taken important steps to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in this country, including most recently a comprehensive plan to gradually eliminate coal-fired electricity in this country, the biggest single source of greenhouse gas emissions in the world. And, Mr. Speaker, we're doing that without imposing taxes on carbon. What the NDP wants to do is, in the name of environmental progress, they want to take money from Canadian taxpayers to spend. We will not let them do that.
The honourable member for Halifax.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It seems that the Conservatives are caught in a bit of an ethical dilemma here. They're making things up about the NDP. They're denying that they ever supported a price on carbon.
Order. The honourable member for Halifax has had several interruptions during her questions. It's not helpful to the chamber. It's eating up a lot of time. We'll have to find that time somewhere else now. The honourable member for Halifax still has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Day after day, Conservative MPs and ministers are making things up, they're spouting mistruths, and they're misleading Canadians. This is a major ethical issue, so my question is to the chair of the Ethics Committee. I would like to know whether or not this issue is on the committee agenda.
Mr. Speaker, I thank the member for her question. The Ethics Committee is carrying out a study on social media.
Conduct themselves in a very ethical manner, including not making things up about other parties. Conservative tactics have been denounced widely, some media even asking, how stupid do the Conservative think Canadians are? So as the chair of the Ethics Committee, I invite my colleagues of across the way to address that question in committee if they want. Thank you.